Okay, a little rock and roll hoochie coo here, a little boogie boogie woogie. Welcome back, the Ray Lucia Show with Lyn Rowe, certified financial planner. Okay, so Lyn overheard me talking about these massive numbers of storage units that's costing me an arm and a leg, where I have had, and I'm trying to simplify my life, Lyn.
Yes.
And then you were preaching simplification of life.
You cannot overvalue simplification in your life.
So staying on topic, because then we're going to get to me.
Yes.
All right, but let's finish with you.
All about you.
Of course it's all about me. That's what my wife says every day. Simplifying your life when it comes to these issues of healthcare. Mm-hmm. All right, so how do you do that? How do you get people to just simplify it, because these are complicated issues?
Yeah, they are. Well, one of the things is, like we were saying earlier, you work with somebody who has expertise in it. You walk through the numbers, you walk through the facts, figure out what exactly you need in the way of coverage, and then look at your health to make sure that we're going to be able to get the best bang for the buck, and then move on to making the decision. And that's where people can oftentimes turn that simplification process into more complication. Why? Because they get stuck in the paralysis of analysis.
When I bought my long-term care insurance policy for Jeannie and I, I started to do that. And I'm a pretty good analyzer, as you know.
Yeah.
And I was torn between the lump sum linked benefits to the long-term care.
Yeah.
And I was doing the same thing. And you recall, I procrastinated for years.
It goes on ad nauseum.
Until my wife had the little tear going down her cheek and all that stuff. I've told that story before. I came in the next day, and you and Terry helped me make that decision. I made the decision. Folks, I haven't looked back. All I know is the last time I checked, if something happens to Jeannie or I, we have something like $260 a day of daily benefits going up by 5% every single year. My premiums have not increased,
right,
which is surprising to me. But if they do, every increase that I've seen, we've been able to manage through. Mm-hmm. And even the more expensive policies still are a better deal than starting over from scratch or not having it at all.
Right.
And you know what? I haven't thought about it. And that's been 7-8 years now.
The hardest thing, and this is from NASA research, the hardest thing is making the decision. Once you make the decision, it's
What's NASA got to do with that?
Well, they did a lot of studies on cognitive research. But one of the things that they decided was that making the decision, the process of getting there, is the most painful part of it. But once you make the decision, it's like a huge weight lifted off your shoulders. So here's one way you can get past that paralysis of analysis. You can give yourself permission to analyze things for a period of time. So you set
but
a
not
date.
Like 8 years like I did.
No. You set a date. You say, okay, let's say this is January 11th, right? So you say, okay, by March 1st, I will have made a decision one way or the other, and I will move on with my life. That's it. So you can look at, some iterations, which we do oftentimes, and then you say, okay, this is the best of the alternatives we've looked at. Let's just do this, move on with our lives.
Lyn Rowe, certified financial planner. If you want to move on with your life and simplify it, check her out. Just go to iwantmyltc.net. iwantmyltc.net, or call her at 877-270-3127. She'll help you simplify your life. Can you help me simplify mine?
Sure. Go to that storage unit.
All right. Yeah, tell me.
It's 2016, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, here's your goal. Get rid of 2016 items.
Okay. What if I haven't bought anything in 2016?
Doesn't matter. Take 2016 items out of your life somehow.
So my 2015 socks come out of my drawer?
No.
What are you talking about?
Well, here's your motto. Use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. So that's moving forward to simplify.
Did you make that up yourself?
I did not.
Okay.
I'm borrowing that.
Okay.
But we hold on to things. We hold on to things.
I've got all this musical equipment from back 40 years ago when I was a musician.
Right.
And it's like unbelievable.
Three questions.
There's enormous big time amplifiers that you could replace today, maybe a foot by a foot. And these are 6-7 feet tall and about 2.5 feet wide.
Yeah, so they're outdated.
And they weigh 8,000 pounds.
So here's the 3 questions. Do I use it?
No.
Do I love it?
Yes.
Would I buy it again?
Now?
Yeah.
No, I'd buy the foot by 1 foot amplifier.
2 out of 3 lost. Get rid of it.
Okay, it's a lot of work. You want to come down and help me?
No.
Oh,
I'll check in with you to see how you're doing.
Lyn Rowe, CFP. You want to give this woman a call. She will get your life organized. 877-270-3127. I have wasted so much money, seriously, on storage units. Jeannie and I actually went there this weekend. We've been afraid to go.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of them because we moved out of a really, really big house into a much smaller house and then back into a new, bigger house. And now we're in a really, really tiny place, right?
Right.
And that's all happened in the
Downsized,
last
yeah.
decade or so. And we've just been accumulating stuff.
Yeah.
And we don't get rid of anything. Now, we did so far this year when we moved out of our existing home. You know, Father Joe, I think we gave him a big, huge truck full of stuff. But there's still just, it goes on and on. But it's Jeannie's fault. She said, oh, look at this. This is Lonnie when she had her first Holy Communion.
3 emotions.
Oh.
3 emotions tied with holding on to something. First one is fear. I might need it again. I better not get rid of that.
Yeah.
The second one is guilt. Oh, that was from so-and-so. Even though I'll never wear it, she made it for me or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and the third one is shame. I spent so much money on this thing.
I have to add
But
one.
I can't possibly.
I'm adding one.
Yes.
Laziness. We just had, it's so busy
That,
or
my dear, is fear.
that's fear?
Yeah.
Fear of working your tail off to
Of
go in there
going
to
back and going through the process all over again.
See, it's easy for me. It really is, because I don't really care.
With her stuff, it's easy for
Jeannie
you.
is not, Jeannie, she's got all this emotional ties and stuff.
Yeah.
I bought, for our very first house, I bought one of these, really, it's ridiculous looking.
Yeah.
It's a orange and yellow and brown
Lamp.
sun.
Well, it was a
no, it's
leg.
a sun
No.
that we hang on the wall.
Okay.
And we were in there, and it's sitting in the storage. It's been there for at least 15, 20 years, right? Because I'm not going to hang that on my wall today.
Yeah.
But back then, it had some emotional value.
Of
It's like when we
course.
first got
Of
married, our
course.
first kid. Look, honey, I was teaching driver's training, and I was driving down Mission Beach,
Yeah.
and there was this garage, and this guy had a bunch of these things, and it looked cool. And I think I spent $40 on it or something.
See, that gets back to the guilt. That goes back to, I feel guilty throwing that
Should
away.
I just burn it? What do I do with it?
Call Salvation Army. Tell the
They're
truck.
not going to want it. It's a
You
piece
don't
of
get to
junk.
make that decision. Let them make it.
Lyn Rowe. Folks, you want to get your financial house in order? She is the person that can help you do it. It's like cleaning the garage, only cleaning up your finances.
Yes.
877-270-3127. You have no idea how good you will feel once you put this behind you. No idea. And I can tell you from personal experience, who procrastinated for a lot of years, the day I made that decision, I have not looked back since.
Thank you.
And you won't either. And since that time, of course, my mom was alive back then, and my dad was, much younger back then, and both of them were fine and dandy. Well, now fast forward 7-8 years, my mom's no longer with us, and my dad's 90 years old, and we have 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week care. And until we got that, our whole family was stressed out. Now that we have that, and by the way, we got some long-term care coverage from the VA, which you
was eligible for,
told
yeah.
me all about, which is great. It doesn't cover it all.
Right.
But I mean, $1,800 a
helps.
month is $1,800 a month.
It helps. I've never had a family yet say, gosh, it's too bad they bought that coverage because it didn't help at all. Well,
So you evaluate all of this, and even
Sure.
if people can't qualify, and this is the thing I want to get through.
there are programs, for the most part, if somebody can't qualify. If they have life insurance and care is imminent or they're in care, then there's a way to transfer that into an income stream for that care, for example.
And you can evaluate all of these things: life insurance policies, disability policies, long-term care insurance policies.
Yes, I
You
have a
can look
gentleman
at.
right now who wants to add to his disability program because, yeah.
Just do it, folks. I want my LTC.net. Thank you so much for coming on board and helping me get my life organized. Now,
I'll
next
check
week
up
when
on
we
you
talk,
next week.
we'll see if I've been too lazy to go to the storage unit. I'm going today.
Hey, good job.
I'm
Remember these
absolutely going.
questions
Listen,
now.
I wore jeans today. They can't see it on TV, but I'm in jeans today.
Do I use it? Do I love it? Would I buy it again? Those are your 3 questions.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my wife.
Gee.
Okay,
He
we'll
didn't
take
mean
a quick break and come back. Lyn Rowe, CFP. I want my LTC.net. Get your life simplified. Get your life organized. Get your long-term health care for you, or if you're a boomer, you probably want to be thinking about this for mom and or dad, or both.
Or siblings. I got a brother.
Oh, that's right. You got the siblings too. What if you don't like your siblings?
What's that?
What if you don't like them?
We aren't going to go there right now.
Well, I love them. 844-RAY-SHOW. If you want to talk about emails coming up at raylucia.com, RAYLUCIA.com. It is the program all about your money, your business, your life. Ray Lucia back in a flash.